Hello, hello, my beautiful book besties. We are back and we are about to begin another new month, which is one of the most exciting times as a book lover in my personal correct opinion, because you get to build a whole new monthly TBR. Every change of the month is so much fun because we have like the wrap-ups and we get to reflect on all the great books that we just read, and we get to get really excited for the amazing books that we're wanting to read in the next month. I don't know, it's just another way that being a book lover elevates your life and makes life so much happier. That said, I'm here today with my huge, maybe a little bit overly ambitious May TBR, but I want to show you guys the books that are on my radar for the month of May, and hopefully you guys can help motivate me and we can talk about them and get excited together. Also, before we jump into the books, I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, and that is Ana Luisa Jewelry. I love their pieces so much. I'm actually wearing two of my favorites right now, and I want to tell you about them because I think they are the perfect gift for Mother's Day in particular, and as we enter the month of May, I know gifts for our moms are definitely on our radar, and I think Ana Luisa is the perfect solution. So up close, I want to show you I'm wearing this really beautiful chain. It just goes with everything. It's my favorite gold piece of jewelry that I think I own. And then this super dainty flower necklace, which is just so small and cute. I also want to show you the two other pieces I got from them. This one is 3 charms in one, and it's like a pearl, this shell, and then like this beautiful aqua charm. It's giving like ocean energy, and I just think it's so pretty. Then I'm also obsessed with this one. It's simple but so tasteful and so beautiful. I love the color of this charm, but even more so, I love the chain that it's on. I'm just obsessed with this. I think it's so pretty. I love Ana Luisa jewelry in particular because it is like the perfect quality and it doesn't tarnish, it doesn't rust. I can shower in it, which is the best thing ever, because once jewelry goes on me, it's not coming off. I'm too lazy to take my jewelry off every time I shower, so perfect quality jewelry and super affordable too. Their designs start at $39, so not breaking the bank. You have more money for books that way, but you get high quality pieces as well. Right now they're running sales up to 25% off for Mother's Day, and I think it's the perfect opportunity to get a gift for yourself, for your mom, or for any loved one in your life. Thank you so much again, Ana Luisa, for sponsoring today's video. I love their jewelry so much, and I'm so excited that they wanted to work together to bring my book besties some jewelry joy as well. All right, now that we've finished our girly little chats about jewelry, I want to jump into the books that are on my May TBR. First, I have A Love Letter to Whiskey, and as you can see, I might have already cheated a little bit and started reading this one a little bit early. I'm like 100 pages into this book right now, but definitely one I'm going to be finishing in the month of May. I am into this. Like, I'm captivated. I'm staying up late reading this. It's just easy to read, it's gripping my attention, and I'm finding myself like flying through the pages of this book. Really enjoying this so far and very excited to continue. I will say I have like the special 5th anniversary edition of this. Love Letter to Whiskey by itself is only like 300 pages. This one has like an additional 200-page epilogue, which is basically just giving the male POV of this story. So depending on what edition you get, you might get his POV and you might not. I'm glad I have this edition because as of now, like, I definitely want his perspective, but just FYI, that's kind of why there's 2 different covers out there and 2 different page links. Then I have Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. This is a YA romance. I've read Lynn Painter, but I've only read her adult novels so far. The Love Wager is my favorite so far that I've read by her. But this one I've heard amazing things about, and even though I'm not typically a YA girl, like I don't typically love YA romances in particular, kind of cringe me out sometimes, I've heard like literally nothing but amazing things about this book from everybody that I've ever seen read it. So definitely one that I'm wanting to get into. I think it's going to be really flirty and fun and probably a really quick read. I feel like it's just one that I'm going to be able to fly through and get kind of lost in. So I'm excited to read this. And then I need to finish the Good Girl's Guide to Murder series while I still somewhat remember the plot of book 1. I fear that if I wait too long, I'm going to have to reread book 1 because I'm not going to understand or remember who the characters are or what's going on. So definitely want to finish the series ASAP, hopefully both books in the month of May. So I have Good Girl, Bad Blood, which is book 2, and then As Good as Dead, which is book 3. I also have the novella on my shelf, which is Killjoy, but I looked up on Goodreads and it's listed as like 0.5 in the series. So was I supposed to read that before I read A Good Girl's Guide to Murder? Like, has the time come and gone for that one? Do I need to just let that go? Do I read it after? I don't know what to do with the novella, so if you know, please let me know, because I think I might have goofed up and not read it before book 1 like I was supposed to. And then I am practicing my fantasy muscles. If you follow me on TikTok, you know I talk about this all the time. I want to become a fantasy reader. 2024 is the year I'm determined to become a fantasy reader. And Powerless is on my TBR for the month of May. I've heard this is like a great intro to fantasy, and I know the novella just came out, and I think book 2 comes out later this year for this series, so I really want to read this. I think I've heard that this is YA, and I think there's also a lot of romance in this, which I need. As I'm getting into fantasy, I need it to be really heavy romance, or I will get lost with too much fantasy going on. So hopefully this is a good balance of romance and fantasy that I can get into it and kind of dip my toe into the fantasy water without being super overwhelmed. Actually, while you're here, if you've read this book, will you comment down below if this is a good intro to fantasy book? Because I'm thinking it is, but if it's like gonna be too high level fantasy for me, please let me know and suggest where I should start, because I'm overwhelmed, but I desperately want to read fantasy. I want to know what all the hype's about. And then I have What I Should Have Said. I was lucky enough to get sent an ARC of this. It is now out, but this is by Max Monroe, and this book sounds really sweet. Honestly, a lot of the plot sounds very similar to Things We Never Got Over, the first book in the Knock 'Em Out series, which I didn't enjoy, but I only didn't enjoy that because of our male main character, and I think with different character personalities I could really enjoy it. So we have Small Town, Grumpy Sunshine, I believe, Enemies to Lovers, and Runaway Bride. So very, very similar, as you can tell if you've read that book. Like, the tropes are nearly identical, but I'm excited to see how it's done in a different format, because the Knock 'Em Out series had so much potential to me. I just didn't love the grumpy level of our male main character, so hopefully this one I can connect to a little bit more. And then I have The Two of Us, and I think this is a romance. I honestly am going into this book almost completely blind because I don't know what it's about. The way I found this book, actually, is I saw the dedication on Pinterest. I saw like a really cute annotated page of the dedication page, and I was like, what is this book? I need to read this book. And so I scrolled through all the Pinterest comments, and someone commented the title, and I added it to my wish list, and I was like, I need that book. So now I have the book. I don't know what it's about, but let me read you the dedication and you'll understand why I fell in love with it. It says, "To all the girls who are told they are too sensitive in a world that desperately needs to be sensed, feeling deeply is not your curse, it's your gift." Yes. Deep feelers. Yes, that is me. I love this, and I also love the cover, and so I'm really excited. I'm going into it. Mia Sheridan is quoted on the front. That's a good sign. She said, "An emotional journey brimming with humor, hopefulness, and so much heart." Okay. Consider me convinced. I'm intrigued. I want to get to this month. It's been on my TBR for a couple months now, so hopefully this is the month. I like the font. I don't know. I like the spacing. Sometimes you open a book and it just like kind of scratches that itch in your brain, and you're like, I like how you look, and I don't know why, but I like you. I don't know. I just feel like it's going to be satisfying to read this. Don't ask me why I think that. And then lastly, I have 2 more books. Both are by Catherine Center. And then lastly, I have 2 more books. Both are by Catherine Center, and I really want to get to these because then I think I've read every Catherine Center book. These are the last 2 I have to check off. So I have Everyone is Beautiful, which is a really short book, I believe. It's, oh my gosh, yeah. It's like 230 pages. So super short read here. I believe this is one of her earlier ones. Again, I don't even know what this one is about, but I love Catherine Center, and she can do no wrong in my eyes. So this is one I feel like I can fly through. Just over 200 pages. I should be able to read this pretty quickly. And then I only have one more Catherine Center left, which is also on my May TBR, Happiness for Beginners. I have wanted to read this for so long because I see the show on Netflix and I want to watch it. But if you are a book lover, you know you have to read the book before you watch the show. I stand by that. Like, the few times that I've gone in reverse order and watched the show or the movie and then read the book, I'm disappointed that I did. So I really, really want to read this book first, and then I'm really excited to watch the show. But I don't even know what this one is about either. But again, Catherine Center is one of my favorite authors of all time, so very excited to jump into this one. All right, y'all, those are the 9, I think. 9, I don't like that number. Should we add one more? I want 10. Maybe I'll pull a stick. I'll pull a stick from my TBR jar and we'll add one. A book talk book. How about More Than Words by Mia Sheridan? Since we were just talking about Mia Sheridan, that seems fitting. I have it back there, but it's like on the bottom of this stack, and to be totally honest with you, I'm not doing that. I'm sorry. I love you guys, but I'm not going through that effort. So I'll put it here. More Than Words by Mia Sheridan. This has been on my TBR forever. I've read 2 Mia Sheridan books, I think. I adored Archer's Voice. I gave it 5 stars when I read it. And then I read Most of All You, which I didn't love as much. I think I gave that 3 stars, 3.5 stars. So I'm curious about this book because it seems that her books are not hit or miss. I wouldn't say the second book was a miss, but a 5-star or not 5-star. I don't know. I feel like I could really love this or not love it. Don't know much about the plot of this one either, to be totally honest with you, but I'm adding that one to my TBR because then we have a well-rounded 10-book TBR. Okay, a little rapid-fire recap of my May TBR. A Love Letter to Whiskey, Better Than the Movies, Good Girl Bad Blood, and As Good as Dead. Powerless, What I Should Have Said, The Two of Us, Everyone is Beautiful, Happiness for Beginners, and More Than Words. Am I just ridiculous that I'm gonna actually pop the picture on the screen because I'm too lazy to grab the book that is sitting right behind me? Yes, but I'm not. I'm sorry, I'm not. I am lazy. All right, y'all, that is all for this video, and that concludes my May TBR. Leave a comment down below telling me the book at the top of your May TBR. Also, while you're down there, don't forget to check out the link for Ana Luisa Jewelry and check out all their beautiful pieces for a very affordable price. Thank you so much again, Ana Luisa, for sponsoring today's video. I love their jewelry so much, and I love that they wanted to work together and I was able to share my love for them with you guys. Like I said, leave a comment down below, tell me the books that are at the top of your May TBR, and make sure you're following my Instagram, my Goodreads, my TikTok, all the places where you can see more live in the moment updates of what I'm reading. And of course, make sure you're subscribed here so you don't miss future videos, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye, book besties.